I don't know what the weather is like where Matt Archbold is. This is the time that we kind of figure out what's on his mind. And there's so much up there. I mean, he's an author, he's a blogger, he's a columnist, he's a reporter, he's a very deep thinker, and a genuine good guy. So let's talk with Matt Archbold. Matthew, how are you this morning?
Good morning, Matt.
I am doing great. I do have a question for God, however, a very deep theological question, and I thought I would put it out here. Wouldn't it have been a much better idea if dogs hibernated in the winter so we didn't have to walk them?
Yeah. See what I mean? Smartest guy in the room.
Put it on the list of things that I intend to talk to God about when I see him, and then when I see him, I'll have no questions whatsoever. But my goodness, I like that one.
Yeah. And it's happened. The New York Times has made a full turnaround on the issue of life, folks.
No.
Yes, 180-degree turn. Listen to this, my friends. In the New York Times, they ran an article talking about, I'll just give you the headline, undocumented women are asking, will my unborn child be a citizen?
Ooh.
They are now, because of birthright citizenship, now the New York Times is declaring that the unborn child may be a citizen because it's conceived, even though it by the time the birthright citizenship ban goes into effect. But how about if it was conceived before? So the New York Times has completely changed its view on unborn children.
Wow.
How do you like that?
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
Now, look, you got it. Whatever the issue, if you could get someone to admit to the fact that that is a human life, you got to count that as a win.
We're counting a lot of wins, and I'm not tired of winning yet. How about you guys?
No, not at all.
No, not at all. Now, we've got the big march tomorrow, and I know that it's a tradition of yours and to take you and members of your family to the march. Is that the same for this year as well?
Yep. That is the plan.
Now, I have to admit to you, I was very nervous asking that question because what if you said no? I'm like, no, not this year. No, we've decided we're not doing it anymore. That would have been embarrassing for both of us. So.
that would have been so bad.
Yeah.
That's like, they tell lawyers, never ask a question you don't know the
Yeah,
answer.
right.
Yeah.
And I just did that. So anyway.
Right. And that's why you're not a lawyer. That's among many reasons.
Yeah, I was going to
obviously.
say that among other things. But tell us about your plans for tomorrow and your thoughts going into this, the 51st March, by the way.
So my daughter is going with the high school. But then me and my son goes to a nearby college. So him and I are I'm going to pick him up in the morning, and him and I are going to head down. And then we keep saying that we're going to meet up with the high school, with my daughter, but it never happens.
Yeah.
We always try this, and it never ever works.
Check behind the dumpsters and poles.
Right. You always see them off in the distance because they have the sign for Archbishop Carroll, which is the school.
Oh yeah.
And you try to make your way towards it, but it's so hard with all the people. Although I got to admit, shouldn't the whole thing that Roe v. Wade was thrown out? Maybe we should pick a nice date in the summer that we can protest abortion from now on.
And when it was overthrown, it was at least in the spring, I think. So I don't remember the date, but maybe we could start marking that date.
Oh, I like it.
Exactly. We don't need the 6-degree day in order to protest. Let's do it, but God gives us crosses, so I guess we're supposed to just pick them up. Did you see the Episcopalian female bishop lady hectoring?
Who, by the way, she got her start here in the Diocese of Toledo. Well, not the diocese, but here in Toledo, in the Toledo area. Her first assignment was here, yes, in Toledo.
But she's not from Toledo.
No.
Assigned here. Yeah, okay.
There's some sort of birthright thing.
Let's make that distinction.
Yeah,
that's
right.
right.
Want to make that distinction.
Depending on who you're talking about,
just
that's
served
right.
here. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, what a unhinged I don't know, sermon or whatever.
Yeah, I will say, I saw some folks online saying, credit to her that she at least has the courage to do it. And it's just like, guys, no, what she did was rude, and it politicized the gospel. Like,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
there was nothing courageous about what she did. That disturbed me. That the other side thinks we should be doing the same thing. No, never do what she did. It was ugly. It was disgusting. Although I got to admit, I love the side eye from J.D. Vance, like he was in an episode of The Office or something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, and again, J.D. Vance becoming Catholic, to your point, it's just not something that we do. I mean, if you have an opportunity to have a private conversation with someone and you want to share those thoughts in a private conversation, hoping that you can sway them to your side or whatever, those are things for a private conversation, not for a homily, not for a sermon.
And also, there's a difference between preaching about the sacredness of life and hectoring someone the way she did. It was nasty is what it was.
Mm-hmm.
But, on the other hand, we do have a German, I don't know if you saw this, a German bishop recently said, we do not have to evangelize the world since people can be, quote unquote, happy without God.
Whew. Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, doesn't that go against everything that we were told to do?
Yeah, and that it's confirmed over and over again in the Catechism of the Catholic Church that gives us our marching orders and doesn't give us a way out. It says, look, this is what God has revealed to us. We have to proclaim the gospel, and we have to encourage people to be baptized using water in the proper form. That's what God has revealed to us as the only way to be saved. But then it says at the end of that paragraph, God can do whatever he wants, but basically that's not our business. What our business is to do the thing he told us to do.
Right, and Jesus didn't say, I am a way,
No.
part of the truth, and one direction among many for your life in order to make you happy. That's not what he said.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. And it just, when these folks come, preaching the world to the church, I just always raise my eyebrow and wonder, what is it you're doing here? What is your life's work?
Yeah, this is my question to you, just very quickly, and I get where you're coming from, certainly. But what do you do with the other eyebrow?
It gets depressed.
Good question. Matt Archbold, brilliant as always. Thank you so much,
Thanks,
sir.
Matt.